What's up? Good morning. Zachy Force Funk in the house. I hope everybody's doing well. It's Friday morning. It's almost the weekend. I go to Tucson, Arizona in a couple weeks to go sing for the first time in 3 years. And on that note, I want to continue these content podcast type stuff to continue to talk about Tucson and where I was raised at and some of the things that happened to me and what I witnessed along the Mexican-American border called the Frontera in Nogales, Agua Prieta, Douglas, Naco, again, South Tucson. And just one of the cool stories that I wanted to talk about that might, pick some interest up is when one of the cartels took the law enforcement into their own hands and did some police work for the Americans. You see, right before I moved to California, a couple years before I moved to California, I'm going to say around, it was August 5th of 2009, a group of sicarios or hitmen from Mexico who worked for the cartels came up to Tucson to jack some people. They were going to go put a lick on a house and, type some people up, rob them, take them for their cash, send a message to the competitors. And so two of the main dudes from this hitman squad were two brothers by the name of Christian Orel and what was the other one? Oh, I'm sorry, Christian Vasquez and Oler Vasquez, the Vasquez brothers. That's who it was. And they came up to Tucson, Arizona, South Tucson, and they went to a house. And when they went into the house, they didn't know it at the time, but they went into the wrong house and started tying up with just a random family, demanding money and drugs. These people had no idea what the fuck they were even talking about. And one of the ladies kept staring at Christian in the fucking face. He kept telling her, "Hey, don't stare at me, don't stare at me. Where's the drugs?" Cocked the fucking AK back, slapped her around a little bit, got a little bit violent. Finally, when they fucking figured out they were in the wrong house, the hitmen left, and as they were leaving, they were going to carjack somebody. And there was a car, a family inside of a car right across the street. And Christian rolled up to him with all the fucking soldiers and shit and demanded the car. And when the people started screaming and not moving, just kind of froze in fear, he picked up the AK-47 and fired a shot. And he shot a 15-year-old girl in the passenger seat, shot her in the head. She died instantly. Her name was Brenda Arenas. And the family started fucking freaking out. They didn't even care if they got shot. They just want to start helping the girl who got shot. You know what I'm saying? So when the fucking sicarios realized that they weren't going to get anything, they just said, fuck it, man. They just jetted. Ended up carjacking someone else, going all the way back and making it back to Mexico without getting caught. And after that shit happened, it was a fucking huge, huge deal in the Tucson, Arizona fucking public, inside the fucking news. It was all over the newspapers. People were fucking furious. They had just had enough of this bullshit. And it went from that to state news. People started finding out about it. And then it went to national news. And then it went worldwide news. They started reporting on it in Reuters. This story went worldwide. People were fucking furious. They had had enough. They wanted fucking justice. They wanted to find these killers. These killers were working for the cartels free, walking around in Mexico. And they started fucking putting heat on the cartel, actually, man. The fucking everybody, even the fucking criminals and shit in Arizona, one of those dudes caught. And a lot of fucking heat came down. And finally, the cartel got all those motherfuckers, three of them, the two brothers, Christian Orel Vasquez, and the getaway driver. And they told them, look it, man, you guys fucked up. You got the wrong house. You killed the wrong person. You're bringing down tons of fucking heat on us. And if we're going to either fucking kill you and deliver you to the fucking Americans ourselves, or if you want, you can turn yourselves in tomorrow with the fucking media at the border. You need to get this heat off of us. What do you want to do? You want to die or you want to get turned in tomorrow? And those three fucking dudes, they turned themselves into the fucking Nogales Border Patrol. They got sentenced to life in prison. But yeah, the cartel actually fucking did some police work and turned these motherfuckers into Tucson, Arizona. They got extradited back to Tucson, and just a crazy story how the cartels just fucking came in and helped out because these dudes fucked up so much. Crazy stories like that in Tucson. I got a lot more. People don't believe me, but shit's nothing to joke about. There's going to be a Netflix show coming out soon about something called the Philly Godfather. You guys know I like the Philly Eagles, so I study that shit. And when I was doing working drugs back in the early 90s, there was a dude named the Philly Godfather in Philadelphia. He was actually a Greek guy. And he came down to Tucson, Arizona, and he would get hundreds and hundreds of pounds every single week from Jaime Soto, and he would send him back to Philadelphia. These dudes were making millions of dollars a month. You know what I'm saying? They're millions of dollars. They're doing, you know, like I said, hundreds and hundreds of pounds every 4 or 5 days. And the Philadelphia mobsters, the Italian mob, they wanted in on it. They wanted to get a piece of the pie. They wanted to tax the Philly Godfather. And he was like, yo, fuck you. I'm not paying you guys shit, whatever. So they tried to kill him twice. And twice, both times they fucking failed. They couldn't kill him. And a lot of shit happened. Long story short, they did an interview on him recently, and they're talking about him. And he was talking about the hits that they missed out on. He was like, man, the Italian mafia on the East Coast is nothing compared to the Mexican cartels. He was like, I couldn't give two fucks about what the mob wanted to do for me up there in fucking Philly. He's like, but I would never once, ever, ever, ever cross the Mexican cartels. Never. Because you were definitely going to get tortured, killed. They'd find your fucking family. And so, yeah, stories like that. And so get ready, because I got a lot of stories to tell. Next week, I'll start with, you know, the big time mafiosos and who I was connected with. And I hope everybody's doing well. Tucson, Arizona. I'll see you in a few weeks at Bricks Box Brewery. On December 6th, I'll be singing and DJing again for the first time in 3.5 years. I hope everyone can show up. Stay tuned for more stories. Peace and love, y'all.